one key thing we have learned working with so many developers and so many enterprises is that polyglot is killing the enterprise. You have these disparate technology stacks. You have legacy technology stacks with older programming languages. You have new technology stacks with new programming languages. All this disparate technology stacks is causing complication and drag on the enterprise. We believe you can get all the advantages of many languages without the headaches. But in order to get the advantages of a polyglot environment, there's two key pain points that you need to solve. The first key pain point is developers are wasting time retrofitting. The other pain you need to consider is management can't gauge risk. If you think about the developer today, they take an open source programming language and they have to build it to the operating system they care about. Once they've built it, then they also have to consider the various packages and modules that they bring in to the language distribution and the dependencies issues, as well as they have to consider CVE threats or security threats. To start off with, when you think of the software development process, it typically starts with your dev machine, your CI tools, your binary repos, and then to deployment. Simple, right? Actually, not so simple. Because in reality, when you're bringing in your various inputs from your open source repositories, your own repositories, your vulnerability databases, and you bring that all in, you bring it into your dev machine, you build your application with your programming language, then you push it into deployment or into production. Something breaks in production, you need to fix it there, but what you fixed in production is not getting fixed on your dev machine. So the result is you get this, what I call a spaghetti mess in your whole software development process. You overcome this by automating your build engineering, automating your dependency management, and automating how you check for threats and license compliance issues. And you do this continuously. And if you're able to achieve this, you can accelerate your build times. You can keep open source language builds up to date and consistent across teams at scale, continuously and rapidly. And this is exactly what we're doing at ActiveState with the ActiveState platform. We're building, we're certifying, and we're resolving open source languages. So from a build perspective, we're building to any language, any platform, that's any operating system, including containers, including Amazon machine images, and to any environments across your entire software development process. Once you've built your language distro, then we certify. We certify for third-party dependency issues or any package management issues. We certify for security issues and compliance issues because we want to make sure there's no security threats and you're in compliance with the proper licenses that your enterprise allows you to use. Then finally, once we've certified and your language distributions exist in your software development process, we will continually monitor and resolve by responding, rebuilding, and redeploying your language distributions based on what we find and based on changes that occur. So what are the abilities that you get with the ActiveState platform? The abilities, you get pinned versions, you get reproducible builds, you get the ability to decrease the attack surface, and you can fix builds before you're at risk. Typically, an open source language distribution comes with hundreds of packages and modules. Enterprises are saying more and more, we need to reduce the attack surface by shipping a language distribution with, let's say, only 5 or 6 packages or modules. So that's what you can do with the ActiveState platform, is reduce your attack surface by creating a specific distribution just with the right number of packages and modules and nothing extra. Now at ActiveState, we love developers. We're passionate about developers. We're a company that's built by geeks for geeks. So for us, anything in the ActiveState platform, we've got to have some developer magic. And that developer magic that we have is run a single command and get coding. The beauty of our platform, with a single command, you can have a language distribution on your workstation ready to go. And you can now spread that across your entire team. They all can have the same language distribution, so you're all working in unison on the same distribution to build your application. We have dependency versioning and we have speculative builds. Our platform will speculate the latest and greatest language distribution with the packages and modules we think you will need, so it's ready to use when you want to use it and not before. So how do we do this? Well, quite simply, you remember that mess diagram I showed you? We put the ActiveState platform in between all the inputs and your software development process. We suck in the various bits of code, we build, we certify and resolve, and then we deploy it across the software development process as you need it within your organization.